It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. And that's such a AEW. I love that line. Although I haven't watched AEW, although AEW be here next Wednesday, and I'm really debating whether I want to buy tickets to go see AEW next Wednesday.
Well, they definitely gonna be lower than WWE.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, not necessarily because ticket sales are pretty low, so they are lowering prices apparently
Hey
to
man,
go to WrestleMania.
there was a wrestling came through not too long ago, right? Again, and you didn't
Mm.
go, and you were upset that you passed up there. I would go.
Uh, like the question is, do I want to spend the money to go? And now I looked at the tickets. Tickets like 50, $60.
That's not bad at all. I
Um,
would kill for that here.
no, not at all. But I'll be totally I don't like people. I don't like
I
being around
understand that.
people, you
I,
know.
I went to a party. I went to a party Saturday night, a surprise birthday party for a friend. Got there at 6 o'clock. Did the surprise. Pieced out at 9:30.
Oh, see, you better than me. I went to a
And
company lunch today.
it was open bar, bro.
See, I don't drink. See,
I
so
didn't. I don't drink
it's
it. The Ozempic has tuned down my drinking a lot. I only had like 4 beers, maybe.
okay. I mean, that's four more than I would have. I'm not a beer. Even if I drink, I'm not a beer drinker. Like beer is the lowest form of alcohol to me. I need that. I need the
Yeah,
high grade stuff, as they say.
I got a
But
I got a bottle
go
of
ahead.
Lagavulin upstairs.
Of what?
Lagavulin?
What the hell is that?
It's
What?
Scotch. You never heard of that? Lagavulin
No,
Scotch. Oh,
no.
you know where I
That
saw
sounds
it on
made up.
I saw it on Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Ron Swanson drinks it, and I thought it was made
Oh.
up. And I went and looked it up, and I forget how old it is, but it's really good Scotch.
See,
It's
I'm
called
not as
Lagavulin.
I'm not a refined human. I'm not a Scotch drinker. My cousin, he when he worked downtown New York, he's still an accountant. But when he worked his finance job, when he worked at
Mhm.
one of the Fortune 500, I mean, making a ton of money, he would always, anytime I would go to New York, I would stay at his apartment. And he would come home from work and he would have a glass of scotch like Ron Burgundy and just be a man of culture. And I always thought that was funny because
It,
he just, I can't remember what kind of scotch it was, but he would just
it's probably
pour
that
himself a glass.
Glenlivet. I know that's a big
Yes,
name.
it probably was. That
Mhm.
sounds familiar. That sounds about
I'll,
right.
I'll tell you the last thing about the Scotch. When I was younger, right around like 95, 96, right? I went
Mm.
back when AOL was a thing. I went
Way
to
back
a
when.
farm in Maryland to meet up with a whole group of people that I used to hang out with online. And it's a whole
Oh,
thing. And I'll tell you,
that was creepy back in the day, but go
it
ahead.
was, but it was a
Very
good group.
risky.
It was a
Yeah.
very good group of people. But I was like, think they had a keg of Fosters and I was drinking the Fosters, but they sat down around the fire and they were like, hey, this guy pulled out a bottle of scotch and I had never even sniffed scotch before. Poured me a finger, or what I learned was a finger of
Yeah.
scotch, and I
Mhm.
went slam.
Oh, burned every inch of
It
like your
burned.
heart.
It sucked. I hated
Yes.
it. And it took me until, I swear to God, 2020 before I had another drink of scotch. And
You
it's
can't
now I know.
breathe when you pound scotch, you can't breathe. Like it's almost like it takes the oxygen out of your I've done all of this before because
Yep.
once again, I'm a novice drinker. So if you pour me a glass, like if you call it a finger, you call it whatever you want. My cousin don't pour fingers. He pours like not a shot glass, but like the small how
Yeah.
when you how when you buy cups, they come the big like glasses, you have the big glasses and then the small glasses. I
Mhm.
guess the small glasses are bourbon glass. I don't know what
Oh,
the true
okay.
name of, but it's like a bourbon, but it's more for bourbon, right? It's more
Right,
for
right,
the
right.
smooth stuff, not the heavy stuff, not the stuff that's going to burn your chest
I got you.
and we're way off topic of wrestling, but
We
I mean
definitely
Scott.
went down a whole other rabbit hole.
But I mean, in all honesty, this conversation is way better than Friday Night SmackDown and Monday Night Raw because this was a very odd week of wrestling because we have one of the biggest pay-per-views, one of the bigger pay-per-views coming up, or PLEs, whatever you want to call it, premium live events. I like to call them pay-per-views
Old school.
because I hate the ESPN app. It does not work on my Apple TV at all. So I end up
Oh,
just
shit.
using my VPN to watch it on Netflix because the ESPN app refuses to recognize the fact that I have ESPN Unlimited through my Spectrum subscription, but it will not see that. I could watch it on my tablet, I could watch it on my phone, but I cannot get it to work on my Apple TV,
Wow.
on my big TV in my office. I haven't tried it on the Fire Stick, um, but I'm just not wasting my time. I just go with the Netflix, which has been giving me issues lately, which is one of the reasons why I missed the Randy Orton and Alistair Black match. We were in a chat and I'm watching it fine and it just cuts out randomly. And then sometimes it'll come back on and sometimes it doesn't. But at that point, I was just like, Randy Orton's going to win. He's going to kill Alistair Black, which I just found out was not true. But everything else on SmackDown uh, was,
You know,
I won't
if
say
as the
bad.
kids say, mid.
Yeah, I won't say it was bad, but it just wasn't memorable, right?
No.
The only thing memorable about SmackDown, honestly, as of late, has been Trick Williams. Like Trick Williams has
Yes.
just been he has been the reason for the season, right? He is just a superstar. Um and before we get to that triple threat match, we did have another triple threat before that. Cause I'm just gonna skip past Ilya and Tama Tonga. That match happened. The
I,
beginning of SmackDown happened.
I'll
I
tell you
was
what.
not
One thing about the beginning of SmackDown, apparently that suite that Drew McIntyre was in, he had to fork out money for.
he did
He had
like
to. Now I don't know, is he trolling and saying
yeah,
it
he's
because
trolling.
Roman was gifted it, but there was all kinds of stuff about, and I don't know if he specifically said it or it was one of them reports, but
Yeah.
um, I will say this also really fast. If you haven't seen Eric Bischoff on his 83 Weeks podcast talk about uh, Dave Meltzer, it's like a
Yes.
4-minute clip. Seek out that 4-minute clip because that 4-minute clip is just wonderful. Because
I won't.
he does
I
not like him. He
know.
said he lies so much. He lies so much he doesn't even know what bullshit he's spewing anymore.
Yeah. I'm not a big Eric Bischoff guy. Like
I'm not a big I'm not the biggest Bischoff fan, but some of the stuff he says and some of the insight he gives is pretty good. Everybody apparently, was it Julia that had a back and forth with Dave on Twitter too? I think she had a back and forth with, or somebody had a back and forth with him where like she was asking like what why are you even commenting? And he's like, I can send you a link to my newsletter. And she's like, why would I want to read your newsletter for your credentials? I don't need that. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't like. So here's something I've found myself going down this rabbit hole recently of like these podcasts with all these former athletes and former sportscasters and all of this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's reliving the glory days.
Sure.
And maybe if I was in those glory days, I would too. There's some guys that I served with in the army. This is one guy in particular. He rose pretty high in the ranks. He does like a recap of like people he served with, and I just find that to be
That's
weird.
weird.
I'm a very weird. Well, I mean, it's good in a way because like especially in the military, same thing with like basketball because that's where the rabbit hole really started was basketball, former basketball players. Then I went down the rabbit hole of former football players that have their own podcast as well. But like there's like a fraternity, right? Like there are people you serve with, there are people you play ball with, people you
Mm-hmm.
play baseball with, whoever.
Yeah,
Um, and there's that camaraderie. So I understand telling those old war stories, especially on a podcast, right?
sure.
Um, but like the former wrestlers, and they're all not bitter, right? I listen to Devon. I listen to a few of Devon's podcasts. I listen to Busted Open. Bully always sounds bitter though. Like
He
he he he
does.
he always sounds angry
Yep.
because everybody's not good enough to be what he thinks they need to be. And I respect it because he was a professional wrestler and he has the
Sure.
right to give his opinion. But he also has the right to be wrong, right? We now us on the Island of Relevancy, we're never wrong
No.
because I'll talk about this when we get to Monday, how we
Mhm.
are always right. And I know y'all are listening. Our views are not high, right? We may get 20 views, but about 2 or 3 of those views are the people who write for SmackDown and Raw,
Yep.
at
I know.
least.
I know.
Because we say things on this show and then they happen. Like Drew McIntyre, we prayed for this and it happened.
We did.
Um, we didn't pray for Ilya and Tama to happen because that is a banger match without the MFTs and without the Wyatts and without all
Correct.
of the shenanigans. Like those two guys had a solid match until the shenanigans come in. And I started listening to a new podcast. There's a podcast with these 3 black comedians called Before the Bell. Just
Okay.
found it. They're
Mhm.
all they film in the same they film in the same location, which I'm really jealous of. I wish we had, 2
Yeah.
couches just to hang out and just
It'd be
and it
great.
would be a lot more
Drink some
interactive because
scotch.
yes, drink some scotch, talk about the good old days, and have fun. And they talk about these wrestling events they go to in California. And one guy always comes out to a gimmick. There's one guy, he came out as Monty Brown, and none of the other guys knew who Monty Brown was. Like he came out as Oba once and he had fake dreads. And they're really funny guys, and come to find out they're comedians. That's why it
Mm.
works as well. I mean, they are really funny. It's a really fun podcast. Um, but they were talking about how the MFT, like they're big Solo fans. I think everybody really likes Solo, but the MFTs I don't even think it's MFTs, it's the Wyatts. We have to get away from the Wyatts. Like this whole angle has to go away.
Yep.
And it's going to be unfortunately it's going to be a blow off match at WrestleMania. And at that time nobody's really going to care unless they have a really big interest. I would love to see them have like this incredible entrance to come into to WrestleMania, but are people gonna pop? Right? People gonna boo the MFTs, but like are people gonna pop for the Wyatts, right? So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, this match would have been a lot better if we didn't have the shenanigans
Yes.
with the MFTs. We had a Jade Cargill segment. Then we had probably the biggest upset of the Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. We had that triple threat. We
Uh-huh.
had Kiana James, Charlotte Flair, and Nia Jax. I remember last week asking, who do you think is not going to win that match? And the
Kiana
consensus was
James was the
Kiana
first one.
James ain't going to win that match.
It
Like we
was
both
it was either going to be Nia or Charlotte. That's the way the WWE rolls.
correct. That's the way. I mean, and I won't say that's the way they used to roll because that is still the way they're gonna
Yep.
roll. They're still gonna go with. I mean, Javon Evans, was that a huge upset? Yes, but not this seismic. Like
No.
Kiana James has done little to nothing other than having a really great showing at the Royal Rumble. I thought the Royal Rumble match really elevated her stock. This match in itself elevated her stock as well, even though the
Yep.
finish was a little wonky.
It was a little
Right.
It was a cool concept,
It
but a
just didn't
wonky
work.
delivery.
Yeah, it just didn't work the way they planned it out. It still worked, right?
Sure.
It's still she got a very innovative way of winning. Charlotte put Nia into the figure eight, and she comes out and rolls Charlotte up, like rolls her out of the figure eight into like a back. I can't even remember what they call
Almost
it.
like a backslide pin.
Yeah, a backslide. There you go.
Yeah.
Backslide. She hit her with the backslide, and it took her a few seconds to get it. Charlotte had to kind of
Yeah.
position her shoulders in the right place. But that was a cool finish. because once again, nobody thought Kiana James was going to win.
No.
And
I,
and
I saw a report, I read a report from someone, not the person that we talk about, we don't pay attention to. It said that now what WWE is trying to do is this is the same reason that Javon, kind of the same reason Javon won, is they're trying to do things to shock the audience and surprise them instead of giving them the typical finish. And I think they're doing that like 2 out of every 6 or 7 matches now. They're not doing it all the time,
yeah,
but the Javon Evans win was a little bit, okay, I didn't see that coming. The Kiana James was completely out of left field. Nobody saw that coming. And it's
correct.
good, though. They need to do things like this. We need fresh blood in these matches. Charlotte does not need to win that belt. Nia does not need to win that belt. But because they're not going to the Elimination Chamber, doesn't necessarily mean that they won't be in the mix for the belt at WrestleMania, which we can talk about as we go forward.
For sure. I think the issue with the WWE doing this, and they've done this in the past, is it goes nowhere, right? You get somebody hot and then they just cool off. I'm not saying that Kiana James have to go on and win the Elimination Chamber and main event WrestleMania, but I do think she has an upside. I don't think her upside is staying with Julia. I think her upside is kind of being her gimmick. It just is a individual gimmick, right? Her gimmick is a very pompous, socialite type gimmick, and I don't think it works that well with Julia. It's helping Julia, kinda, but at the same time, not really. Um, we did get a Tiffany Stratton match. Be told we got some more poetry, which was actually really funny.
Yeah.
uh, Oban and
Oba
Kit.
killed him.
I enjoy this. I enjoy those two, their interactions. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere because we are moving Oban to something a little more intense. But I do enjoy the Kit Wilson and Obafemi bashings that we get each week because Kit Wilson's funny.
Yes.
He is getting himself over, as the young kids say, and I like it. And
Yeah. Oh,
getting
no.
beat up by,
Yeah.
I don't know where we go with him, but
No.
I wouldn't mind seeing him and Carmelo in a few bangers. I think him and Carmelo could have a few. They could hot potato the title. He could take it and try to run away, and then Carmelo gets his hands back on him. But Kit Wilson is something, once again, like, you very rarely get somebody who gets so organically over in such a quick time, by just them being obnoxious, right? So I would definitely do something with that before it cools off, because once it cools off, he's done.
Yep.
Right. If they keep squashing him, then you're gonna lose that opportunity.
Sounds
It's
like
kind of
another person that really was a little abrasive and got real hot real fast and is still real hot, but they're just floundering away, it looks like.
who was
Over on the other show. Mr.
I
Knight.
have different story. We're going to talk about Mr. Knight when we get to Monday night, because I have some thoughts.
Okay. I like it.
And they're not all positive thoughts. But then we get to the triple threat that I was waiting for.
Same.
Damian Priest, Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams. We get Trick and Mello in the same match. And where did this take place? Where was this SmackDown at? It doesn't say. It doesn't say, but this was in Florida.
It was in Florida, yeah.
It was in Florida. You would think that you would get more of a reaction. The crowd did chant NXT, but it wasn't a hot, like that's a moment. That should have been a moment between Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, but the crowd, once again, they did chant NXT, but it wasn't like a overwhelming, like, it wasn't like whoop that Trick. Like, they weren't yelling it like Trick is way over, but Carmelo's over too. That should have been a bigger moment. I felt like the crowd kind of they tried to play it up, but the crowd just wasn't into it.
Yeah.
Like, the crowd wasn't feeling it. They didn't give. That's what I will say. And the match went exactly the way I thought the match would win. If Trick Williams would have lost that match, that would have probably been one of the biggest missed opportunities to put him in the chamber. And solid match. Question for you: what the hell are you going to do with Damian Priest?
Well, that's what I was just going to ask you. Is like, how do you feel about Priest taking the pin there? Like that. That's it. Like if you examine that match, you really don't want Mello taking the pin because he's got the belt, right? So you really don't want him to take the pin. You want Trick Williams to win. So he's got to pin Damian. Well, where does that leave Damian now? Like,
there are ways.
World champion.
Right? There are ways to do it in a triple threat where kind of like what Kiana did, right? Kiana rolled Charlotte. That was a smart play.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But Trick Williams won. You know what I'm saying? Like Trick Williams.
Like straight up clean finisher pin done.
Yes.
Like it wasn't some weirdness. It was a straight up clean 1, 2, 3. Like I hit you with my finisher, I pinned you,
and now I'm going to the rocket ship to him.
Yes. Strap the rocket shit to him.
I mean, you have to. Like Trick Williams right now is the probably number 3, probably the third most over person in the WWE, like active. We're not talking about Roman.
Right. No.
Like Roman.
Okay.
Brock I think. We'll
talk about him in a few minutes too.
Brock doesn't get the pop. Like Trick Williams gets a pop.
Yes.
Like Trick Williams gets CM Punk gets a pop. Trick Williams gets an equal pop to CM Punk.
You know what? Brock gets a pop when his initial music hits. That first and then it's like not Trick. When Trick gets that pop sustains to the ring. Brock doesn't. It used to. It doesn't anymore. Like, and Roman's part-time, but when that first boom hits, it sustains him to the ring. Brock doesn't have that anymore. It just doesn't. And again, we'll talk about Brock on Monday. When we get to Monday,
are going to talk about Brock on Monday. We did have a Rhea Ripley versus Julia match that I could have cared less about
until Julia tried to kill Rhea.
I mean,
that stomp to the face. She gave her a black and blue eye, but they cut. So if you weren't watching on a VPN, you really didn't get to see that happen live. That happened on the commercial where she had her arms back and she just stomped on the back of her head and slammed her face into the mat. That was a vicious move. Awesome.
Welcome back, Julia. That's the Julia I want to see.
Yes.
I want to see Julia beat people the fuck up. Excuse my language. I want to see Julia. The stuff she did in Japan, she was so ruthless and so savage and such like strong, like they say strong style. And they kind of WWE makes a mockery of the term strong style. She wrestled a very strong, stiff style of wrestling in Japan. And I would love to see that. Not saying she got to make everybody's face black and blue.
No,
but make it believable.
Let her be a little bit more aggressive.
Yes. But speaking of aggressive, we did get to our main event, Randy Orton versus Aleister Black. Like I said, my Netflix was tripping. So I didn't get a chance to finish that match. But Aleister Black won because of shenanigans?
Because of Drew McIntyre.
Drew's a troll. Like Drew is the world's greatest troll. Actually, no, he's the world's second greatest troll because Becky Lynch is the world's greatest troll.
Becky Lynch is the world. Drew came in while they were outside the ring. The ref wasn't looking. Drew hit Randy with the belt. Randy got back in the ring. Black mass. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, that's a big win for Aleister Black.
Big win for Aleister Black. What you failed to mention was Johnny Gargano.
I love this.
Lay it on top of the big mystery box.
Have you seen the picture of Tommaso Ciampa at Jolly? I think that was his kid's birthday party. Like it's something
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
it's
He's
Candice
laying.
LeRae, the two. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Candice LeRae, Johnny, Tommaso Ciampa, they're smiling. Hey, get to see my buddy again. The kids are there, and the kids are sitting on Johnny Gargano laying on them.
It started
Oh,
off as something that you looked at and go, "This is dumb," but the commitment,
it's
the pictures
hilarious
while
to
they're
me.
on vacation, the
Yes,
pictures just randomly everywhere. Now it's cool.
yes.
Now it's cool.
It's hilarious to me. Like
Yeah.
I do think this is ultimately going to lead to us truly getting Johnny wrestling back, where he makes a face turn and he starts putting on bangers. Because I thought about this, Johnny Gargano can wrestle.
Yep.
I think, just my thought, he needs the U.S. title.
I mean,
Let him have some bangers.
if anybody beats Carmelo, I would love to see them do it at WrestleMania.
Johnny Gargano is a great, like, we're away from DIY. Let's. It was great in NXT. He had a great run in NXT. They really fumbled it on the main roster.
Let him breathe now.
Let's get Johnny wrestling back. Let's get Rebel Heart back. Let's not Def Rebel this all up. Let's get his old theme back. Let's get Johnny wrestling back.
I'm all for it.
Be sad, have your moments, be funny, because he's really funny. The way was really funny in NXT when they were bad guys, but let him be Johnny wrestling. Get the crowd behind you. He's one of those guys who can always rally the crowd. Great baby face, and I think it's time. Right? I think it's time. I love the like that was funny.
The only other thing to note from SmackDown was the real tense Randy Sammy backstage segment.
I don't think I saw it. That must have been
Cody Sammy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I remember
Cody. I was reading the word Randy while I was thinking Cody Sammy was good backstage because Sammy's starting to show that frustration. I don't think he's going to. I don't think either of them are going to turn.
That segment made me think that Sammy actually might turn, because the apology at the end, really, one, everybody booed it.
Yeah.
But two, it just made him look so weak.
Yep.
Like, it was just like, oh, I'm sorry. No, you're not sorry, dude. Like, Cody's in your face. Now, Cody was a dick. Like, he showed some flashes of, hey man, you just, you didn't do this. Or like, Cody showed some of that arrogant side of him, which I like. I don't need I don't need Rocky. I always, when I think of ultimate babyface, I always think of Rocky Maivia, because it was such a terrible character.
Yep.
And he was such a babyface to a fault. And that's who I think that Cody was close to becoming. But I think that they're finally giving him some edge now, and I like that.
He doesn't need to be a bad guy to have edge.
No, exactly. He really doesn't need. He doesn't need to go all the way to the dark side. But I like the tween. Like, I like Cody because he really is like Homelander. It's really funny. Like, the parallels to those two are so similar. And lean into it though. Lean into it. I'm such a good guy, that I'm gonna always win because I'm doing the right thing. No, you took advantage of me, you son of like, come on, but like, I felt Sammy, like, yo, you took advantage of that. You hit me at the crossroads. But the apology did really rub everybody the wrong way, and it just made Sammy look so weak.
It really did.
That annoyed me, and that turned me off to the whole segment, because if Cody would have just walked off and that would have been done,
right,
I'd have been fine with that. But like, the apology and that kind of led me to believe that Sammy's going to cost Cody the championship.
Good. Let them feud for a little while. Let them just have some fights. That's all.
Nice fights, and give Jacob a chance.
Like, overall, SmackDown was like, not okay. Sucked is a rough word. Sucked is a hard word. SmackDown was less good than it normally is, if that makes sense.
That's not saying much. We only had a
I
few
know.
good SmackDowns. Like the month of January gave us a few good SmackDowns.
Right. We had hope.
And yeah, and then they just
They yanked.
ruined. Yeah, they ruined it. But by just like I said, I don't think they're bad shows. I just think they're very anticlimactic and lackluster, and the storylines aren't catching.
No,
Right. And the storylines I feel like they should be pushing and not. And I also have realized that I'm an outlier, right? I'm a Nia Jax fan. I like Lash
sure.
Legend. I think that they should be the tag team champions. There are not a lot of people who feel that way. I don't like Julia. I don't think Julia should be the women's United States champion. There are a lot of people who really love Julia, and I take that back. I like Julia. I just
You
don't
don't
like
like this version of
this.
Julie.
Yeah, the character. I don't like the booking of Julia and how they're writing her. I don't like anything that they're doing with her on SmackDown because I think they've cheapened and weakened the character. Um, but I mean, Chelsea's out. There's so many people who are missing from the equation
Yep.
right now on both brands,
Yep. Yeah.
which are continuing to be a trend on both brands. Because I think that Chelsea should be a champion right now. I think Chelsea should have a match on WrestleMania. She would have had a match at WrestleMania, sans the injury, but I did see her walking without a walking boot at WWE Creator Fest, which I will touch on a little bit at the end of the pod. This week is big week for WWE 2K.
Yeah.
But we move on to Monday. Do we want to get to the list before we move on to Monday?
We'll do the list real fast because it all ties into Elimination Chamber coming on Saturday. As we're talking, I'm watching my plan start to formulate in a text message right now. So this is from the Sportster. The Sportster has hit or miss lists. This is the eight best Elimination Chamber matches. Number 8 is Cena versus Punk versus Drew versus Seth versus Logan versus Priest last year. Sportster has this rated as an 8 out of 10.
I won't. I mean, depending on what's beneath it, that was a good Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, it was. Underneath of it at number 7, they have the 2023 one, which Theory, Rollins, Montez Ford, Johnny Gargano, Priest, and Bronson Reed.
That was a good chamber.
That was a good one.
Montez Ford should have won that chamber.
Yep, I agree.
That was his moment.
Yep. And now he's just eating what Bianca cooks.
I would eat whatever Bianca cooks.
Yep.
I digress. Moving right along.
At number 6, this is the 2011 Elimination Chamber. Edge, Rey Mysterio, Kane, Big Show, Drew, and Wade Barrett.
Who won that? Was that Kane? Did Kane win that one? Was that for the world title?
I don't. Edge pinned Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
All right.
I don't remember that one at all.
I mean, there's just a lot of big men in that match.
I do remember it for the fact that, but I don't remember any specifics of that match because there were a lot of monsters in that match.
At number 5, we have the 2019 match with Daniel Bryan, Kofi, Samoa Joe, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Jeff Hardy.
Just by reading those names, that should have been the greatest Elimination Chamber ever.
Oh, I hate when this site glitches on me like that. Hang on. I lost my place. Okay. Who won that?
Kofi.
Yeah. Yep.
Was it Kofi? Yeah, that was Kofi Mania.
It was Kofi. Yeah, because didn't Kofi go on to win the belt right at? That's when Kofi got the belt, right?
Or he went to WrestleMania. Yeah, he fought Daniel Bryan in WrestleMania.
At number 4, we have Cena, Bray Wyatt, AJ, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, and Baron Corbin from 2017. I know you love you some Baron Corbin.
I actually am a big Baron Corbin fan.
Now,
I
this
like him.
one, the WWE Championship was up for grabs, and this was a SmackDown Elimination Chamber match.
Okay.
John Cena lost to Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt won the belt.
This was a singles match?
No, it was an Elimination Chamber, but before, so
I remember this one.
It was just to go to WrestleMania. This was actually for an Elimination Chamber for the SmackDown belt, right? So Bray Wyatt won.
Yes, I remember that. That was his only world title win, and it was so lackluster too.
Yep.
It was because he lost it to Randy at WrestleMania. That was the Snakes match where the snake. Yeah, it was such a.
Number 3, they have Edge versus Taker versus Triple H versus Big Show, Jeff Hardy, and Vladimir Kozlov.
You can't have a list without having Vladimir Kozlov in one of your matches. Vladimir Kozlov is what Gunther is who they thought was going to be like Gunther. They wanted to prop him up as the big bad foreign heel. It just didn't work. I thought he was great though. I thought he had all the tools.
This was also for the WWE Championship. Edge walked in as the champion and was eliminated in the first few minutes.
Of course.
The winner of the match, Triple H, with the pedigree.
Of course.
Win the belt because Triple H needs to win the belt.
Was Undertaker in this match? Did you say Undertaker?
Yeah.
So this is the match where Shawn Michaels came in and super kicked him so they could have their WrestleMania match. That's how Triple H won that match.
It doesn't mention him in this one, but it just says the final exchange between Triple H and The Undertaker were breathtaking with near falls, hard-hitting action, and a hot crowd who went wild for Triple H's last-ditch pedigree to win the championship.
I'm 99% sure that Shawn Michaels...
unless it was so there's 2 more, right? I think the number one has Shawn Michaels in it, so that might be the one you're thinking of.
That's not the one I'm thinking of. The number one was
did come in and interfere, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He popped in it because he needed a WrestleMania opponent, and I think this was the second year, and he cost Undertaker the match so he could get his rematch. But the number one is for sure going to be the Shawn Michaels.
When did Shawn Michaels interfere? Shawn Michaels interfered in the match on February 2010, which is not this one. It was the one after this. But he emerged from under the steel structure to deliver sweet chin music to The Undertaker, causing him to lose to Chris Jericho.
Oh,
okay. So number 2 is Cena, Edge, Rey Mysterio, Jericho, Mike Knox, and Kane.
Mike Knox. I saw a podcast where Mike Knox he spoke about the Survivor Series he was in. The infamous Survivor Series where Shawn Michaels super kicked him in like the first 2 seconds. Like, who's this guy? Like, he was in a match? Like, hilarious. But he said that before that match, Shawn Michaels came to him and was like, hey, you're about to have a moment. And he's thinking like, oh, I'm about to have a moment in a match with Shawn Michaels at Survivor Series. He's thinking he's going to have a great moment. And Shawn Michaels then told him like, hey, I'm going to super kick you in 3 seconds and pin you. And he's like, screw this moment. I don't want this moment. That moment sucks. Hilarious.
So the little paragraph on it says, Kane and Mike Knox didn't serve too much purpose to the match, slowing things down with their lethargic big man style, but the levels of storytelling were too high for this not to be a classic. Edge's back and forth with Rey made for enjoyable final stretch, ending with Edge spearing Mysterio to become the new champion.
Okay, cool.
And the number 1 is 2002, Michaels, Triple H, RVD, Kane, Booker T, Jericho. That's just an all-night banger.
That was Shawn Michaels' first. That was the first Elimination Chamber, I think. And that was Shawn Michaels. That was after SummerSlam, where Shawn Michaels had just came back, and nobody thought he had a chance. I was scared for him to be in the chamber because, like, he just came off a back. Like, this was back when I didn't think that he should be wrestling. Like, if you come from a career-ending back injury, you assume that the back might not hold up, especially when you're a little bit older. But Shawn Michaels had the greatest second run of any wrestler. Like,
Absolutely.
like his second run was probably better than his first run. I mean, he just put on classic after classic. But
Yep.
this was a great. Like, I vividly remember watching this Elimination Chamber when
So
he
do I.
won it, and he had the short hair, looking like a old boy from Shrek. What was it? What was he had
Yes.
the short haircut? Lord Farquaad. That's it. He had that short haircut. Good times, man. What a great, that was a great Elimination
It
Chamber.
was. It was.
That had to have been number one.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised there's nothing for the Brock Lesnar throwing Theory off the top of the chamber. That was
I
just
don't.
silly.
I don't remember that.
That was he climbed up. Theory was on top of the chamber.
He punched him like
he F5'd him off the top of the chamber.
He like hit him. Yeah, he hit him one good time, and like his head looked like it bounced off the thing, and he was just kind of out. And he F5. Yeah, no, nah. That was not a good. That was
a fun list.
That was when Brock kicked through the. I mean, I think every time he's in the chamber, he kicks through the glass because he's Brock, or punches through the glass.
All I'm saying is I am glad this Elimination Chamber at this point in time does not have Brock Lesnar in it. As I have stated before, I am a Brock Lesnar. I was a bigger Brock Lesnar fan, and I think this Monday took a lot of wind out of that sail.
You know, as we get closer, and I keep mentioning WWE 2K26, I love the game. Once again, I'm an outlier. I made a disparaging Jeff Hardy comment on somebody's YouTube video, and it was just like, you don't like Jeff Hardy? It's like, everybody loves Jeff Hardy, right? Everybody wants him in the game. I'm just not in the habit of, like, I get it. Some people want all legends, like the DLC. They want all I want Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and I want Val Venus, all of the Attitude Era stars. That's cool. I'll be cool with that if we had all of the modern stars first. It's like an NBA game. Like, what if we had an NBA 2K game and it doesn't have LeBron James, or don't have Donovan Mitchell from the Cavs? Like, if it doesn't have superstars who are current in the game like this, the roster are missing a lot of people, and it mostly is from NXT. I get it, but people want these legends. Like, put all the main roster in first, and then give me the legends. I'll be fine with that. But yeah, I'm off my old. So and I feel like everybody wants the legends. Like, next year WrestleMania, you're gonna get the legends next year WrestleMania. Like, I promise you that. Brock Lesnar's gonna have a huge match in Saudi next year. Like, he is probably gonna be in the main event of Saudi next year because they want.
Sure. That's all they care about. Legends.
That's all they care about. But that's what a lot of people care about. And Brock Lesnar matches do nothing for me anymore because they're usually just squash matches. Like, he just suplexes people all day, and we don't get anything else. Other than, he had his moments with Cody. And Matt's in here naming off all of the prime time. You know what? I don't want none of those guys in the game. You know who I want, the legend I want in my WWE game. And because they talk about the Monday Night Wars, bring me Alex Wright. It's close enough. Alex Wright. That's Wunderkid. Alex Wright. I want him to come down and do his dance. Ernest, I'll take the cat. I think the cat was in a game before. But I'll take the cat. But I want Alex Wright.
Okay.
If you're gonna throw in legends, if you don't have Alex Wright in there, I don't want it. And we're probably never gonna get Alex Wright.
I don't think you're gonna get him
in a video game because he was not the biggest of all stars. But we get to Monday night, and Monday night was saved by one segment. This Raw probably was going to be the worst Raw of the last 5. This was a terrible Monday Night Raw.
The CM Punk segment?
No, it was definitely not the CM Punk segment that saved it.
Wow.
Oh, Chris Kanyon. I could
What about Billy Kidman?
talk.
Can
I could
we
talk
get a Billy
about
Kidman showing?
only if he's with 3 count. Billy Kidman with 3 count. I think he was with 3 count. Shannon Moore, Billy Kidman, and one other person. Evan Courageous, that was the other guy. 3
There you
count.
go.
A precursor to 3MB. But Monday Night Raw just was boring.
It felt
If
it was a struggle to keep what if I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. If we didn't do this podcast, I would not have finished watching Raw.
touche.
And I almost didn't.
I wanted to finish watching Raw because I wanted to see AJ Styles get choked out by Gunther. That's actually why I watched.
If it wasn't that, part of me really hoped, and I said that in the chat, part of me really hoped that when his wife went in the ring with his kids, that Gunther showed up and choked his wife out. And that would have drove him to one more match. That right there would have been the greatest Raw of all time.
Hey, I'm pretty sure at some point in time Samoa Joe might have choked his wife out. I don't remember.
This Raw it wasn't just that Raw was boring. The crowd for an Atlanta crowd was dead for the most part.
So first off, and thumbnail, division. Let's end it. Let's just move on.
Well, so
Braun Breaker's hurt.
Yep.
Bronson Reed's hurt. Seth Rollins is gone.
So there really is no point to this now because the original members of the division are gone. Austin Theory was a way late addition. Logan Paul was a late addition. Like,
no, I mean, you
can
still go on with them, but why? Like,
right.
I mean,
there's no feuds. There's really no one for them to feud with right now.
There is one.
Cody Rahim did show up for a pointless 3 or 4 minute in the ring segment. There was no point to Cody Rhodes except for the fact that it was his hometown. That's it.
There is one person who can make the division relevant.
Who?
His name is Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny.
And if he's the masked man, which you really can't go any way with that masked man thing right now, and give us Logan Paul Bad Bunny. Okay.
That's the only way to make the division relevant. Now, Logan Paul needs a WrestleMania match. Like, he needs there needs to be a Logan Paul match on a WrestleMania card. Feel how you want to feel about the guy. One, he has a ton of followers. He brings in a lot of different eyes to the product, and he's a really damn good wrestler. He hasn't wrestled in a while, and I get it. Like, I get why, because he's Logan Paul. He's a full-time wrestler, but he's not really a full-time wrestler. But we do need a Logan Paul match on WrestleMania.
I agree.
So, but we don't need Logan Paul with the vision.
Correct.
At WrestleMania. Like, I don't think him coming out, like Paul Heyman and Logan Paul, Logan Paul doesn't need Paul. He didn't need Paul Heyman when he joined the division. Like, I honestly think that dimmed his star more than it helped him. Because being the brash, by yourself asshole works a lot better than him being in the group just kind of jumping around in the background while the big muscle just stand in front and just growl. So I think he's better fitting by himself.
I agree.
What the hell do we do with Austin Theory? Like,
at this point, I don't even know. And it's a shame because I like Austin Theory.
Me too. Like, I do too.
It's the sadness over what happened to Bronson Reed cannot be more of an exclamation point. My man missed WrestleMania last year. Now it looks like he's going to miss WrestleMania this year because the biceps tear. It's such a shame.
Now, was he going to win the Elimination Chamber? No. Right.
No, but he was going to be in the match.
He was going to be in the match.
Yep.
I definitely had him. I definitely had him being an important figure in the match. He might have been the final three because he was
Yep.
going to dominate people. Like the good thing about the elimination, you always need the one high flyer. You need the one big muscle, right? You
Right.
need the big guy. You need the monster in there to just wreck shop for a little while. And he was going to be that.
Yep.
Once again, I didn't think he was going to win, but I did think pinning him for LA Knight would have been a big deal, right? LA Knight pinning him after he's going to come in the chamber. He was just going to wreck shop,
Yep.
right? He'd probably been number 6. He'd have came out last and he would have just dominated people. And then LA Knight, BFT, look up at the lights. LA Knight gets a big pin. LA Knight gets close to winning. And then he finds a way to lose because that's what happened with LA Knight. Like LA Knight's final 2 lose on some BS, right?
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, like and I've been a Bronson Reed guy since before he came to WWE. And this is tragic
It's
because the
awful.
injury was so random. It was so just like it was a freak accident. It wasn't anything that could have been avoided. It couldn't have been like it was unintentional. Like he literally went to break up a pin and
Yep.
tore his bicep.
It
Like
sucks.
that's
It sucks
crazy.
for him.
Like,
It sucks for him. And as big a Jey Uso fan as I am, that's who they put it on. What's up, Kenny?
I mean, I have no issue with Jay being in the match because he's not going to win the match either, right? Jay's not going to win the Elimination Chamber.
No.
I don't think. I could be wrong.
Did you see the video? Did you see the video of Brock Lesnar at the Rumble? The minute Jey Uso's music hit with the yeetin from the crowd, he yelled, "Hey, eliminate me." And he looked at Cody and LA Knight. And that's part of the reason Brock's elimination happened so fast. He didn't want to be in the ring during Jay's entrance because you had 10 more minutes of Jay coming down the thing. Brock was done. Like that to me, he's checked out at that point.
I dislike Brock Lesnar so much. Like I really do.
I'm sure that didn't help.
Like it doesn't. Like
but Jey Uso's going to the chamber.
He is.
I hope Jey Uso comes in the right way and doesn't enter from the crowd. But
he'll enter from the crowd into the chamber. He'll be number 1. He'll be the first person to come in and get in the chamber into the chamber, and he's gonna run it back before he gets in his pod.
Yes, he is gonna run
because
it back.
Jey Uso's an idiot. Like he's like run it back. Like quick rant. You should only run it back if the crowd is hot. If the crowd is not hot, what are we running back? That crowd in Atlanta was dead.
Yep.
Running it back. Like when he did that, I was like, oh, come on. Even though I knew it was a commercial break, so he's gonna run it back regardless, right? You got to run it back for the commercial break. And I think that's where it started, was during the commercial breaks. Or a really hot crowd. Because at one point in time, Jay was the hottest thing in WWE.
Over in Europe, run it back every time you come out. That's
every
where you
single
run it back.
time.
In the United States, you got to feel it. You got to have someone standing close by to go, Jay, cut it.
In Idaho, you ain't gonna need to run it back. No. In Atlanta, you generally would
normally,
but this crowd just wasn't it, man.
No. Now Chicago might be a run it back crowd. It might be.
Nah. Oh no. Chicago probably gonna Chicago might boo Jey Uso. Like Chicago's Chicago's 50-50, man. Like you could come out there and get cheered, or you come out there and get booed out of the building.
Fair. But Jay's going to the chamber.
He could. Let's not do this again. Not this year.
No.
Let's not run that back this year. Not this year. Because this we're going to talk about this, but this WrestleMania is looking tragic. Like it is not looking good for the home team this year at WrestleMania. So having a Jay and Jimmy match on this card, I don't know if this is going to cut it, guys. But we did get a WrestleMania match get announced.
Speaking of cutting it,
Um, this is
somebody
gonna
cut
cut
her
it.
shorts a little short.
Bless them. bless bless that seamstress. Um, uh, Liv Morgan. Now, okay, this segment could have been great. It could have been fantastic. It could have been phenomenal. It was none of those things because
It
this
was
segment fell so flat
it was
to me.
better than the opening segment and better than Cody coming out, and that's not a high bar for this show. It was an
So
okay segment, but it was not as good as it could have been or should have been.
for sure, and I'll just bring up with it could be wrestling, aka Kenny, very good friend of the show. He said we blame Triple H for everything. The Brock thing was a Brock move. To run it back, we know he's not doing that without Triple H encouraging it. Eh, I don't blame. I'll be totally honest. I don't blame Triple H for anything. Like I honestly don't. When I think of all of the issues that WWE's having, Triple H is not the person that I put any blame on because I don't think he's calling the shots. In total honesty, I don't think he's calling a lot of these shots. I
You
think a
think
lot
it's
of these
coming above
shots are
him?
yes, for sure. Now,
Okay.
the booking decisions totally different. I'm talking about just it's not even the booking that's the issue with WWE right now. It's the overall package. It's the overall feel of the product right now, and the product feels very robotic is not the word, but it just feels
Dull.
and dull's not the it feels unrealistic is not it either. Like it just doesn't feel genuine, right?
Okay.
The wrestlers, of course, they're giving their heart and soul every time they go out there. But it just doesn't feel like I don't feel it anymore. The feeling that I had, I want to say maybe 2 WrestleManias ago, not that crappy WrestleMania in Philadelphia of all cities, not that one, but
Oh,
like it was in
that was
Philly.
top 3 WrestleMania of all time.
But it doesn't have that feel in it, and maybe it started with Dwayne. Maybe that's when you started losing that feeling. I don't blame him either,
No, I
because
don't
he's
blame
just
Triple H for the ticket prices and the Saudi stuff. That's definitely 100% not Triple H. That's TKO. That like Kenny. No, that's 1,000% up here. That's TKO.
I I'm one of the
How
few humans who's not mad at the Saudi deals because it's a lot of money. I
it,
wouldn't turn down that money. I work with Saudis. I
I'm
we are
not.
we are getting a lot of money from them.
I
Like,
understand that
so
they're
I
getting a lot of
understand
money,
it.
and I think the blowback from everyone is that it's WrestleMania over there. If it was any other pay per view or PLE or whatever,
I
they would look at it as all right, okay, but WrestleMania.
see. I don't
But
because if
again,
WrestleMania was in London, I wouldn't be mad. If
you're going to
WrestleMania was
see
in Ireland, I wouldn't be
you're going to
mad.
see
Like,
this more and more. You're going to see more
oh,
pay,
I know,
and that's fine. But
I know.
the ticket prices are set by TKO, and that's too much right now. You're driving the normal people away from your product, and it's not even like sports like baseball or football or something like that where you have these major corporations that have these great seats and that are not like the me. I can't afford them. Like I want to be able to afford this, and I can't afford it.
But
I'm not paying $240 to go see Monday Night Raw in Philadelphia. Like, absolutely not. And I know Matt went and it wasn't $240. It was more like, I don't know, 180, 160. Still, it's a
it's
lot
still
of
a lot of
money.
money. It's a lot of money. I don't. I it's not for me. That's what I was like. I feel like they're pricing these.
Yeah,
It's not for
no,
us, and they're not
no,
thinking about us. They're
nope,
thinking about the people who can afford it.
yep,
Respect to them, but those people are crappy crowds. Like every most WrestleManias, I would say after probably like 25, for the most part, Other than, well, no, because once they start putting them in stadiums, you could fit so many people in there. You can still get people could still afford to go to that awful feel in Philadelphia, like just
Listen,
awful, god
my
awful.
my seat in Philadelphia, on roughly on the 50-yard line in the lower bowl, right underneath. I was three suites over was where the Undertaker was sitting. $1,000 was my ticket, and that's fees and that's extra shit on top of it. But it was $1,000. Um, it was great to experience that, and especially that Mania. And while I'm not the big Cody Rhodes fan right now, watching that moment live was just, I mean, I'll never be, it's just something you're never going to see again. That was the Avengers Endgame moment that
Yeah,
you wanted.
yeah, for sure.
And to be there now, like Kenny just said, I actually would rather be either at a friend's house watching WrestleMania on a TV with a bunch of friends at a party, or sitting at home in the chat like we do for the smaller ones. I enjoy that just way more sometimes.
Whoa, hey, don't
That's throwing around slurs.
yeah, like don't you do this. I'm not a Giants or a Cowboys fan. I'm worse. I'm actually worse.
Yeah.
I'm a New York football Jets fan. I say that with my chest. I'm a Jets fan. The team that really wears green is us.
My late friend Jimmy Wooten was a monster Jets fan. He said it was Jets Yankees. You have to be a Yankees fan if you're a Jets fan, and then it's like Mets Giants because they just
close.
But he was a Yankees. He was a Yankees Jets fan, and at one point he's like, the Jets every year make me want to go to the George Washington Bridge and just jump off.
Hey, you might as well if you're a Jets fan. I have a funny story of how I got to be a Jets fan, but that's a story for another day.
Mm-hmm.
Back
to Liv.
Get back on track to Liv picking Stephanie.
I'm gonna highlight that for the crowd.
Sorry about that. Liv picking Stephanie is the right choice. Just when Jade walked in the ring and looked at Liv, I was like, I mean, I could see it because Jade looks like money. God, that is a grown ass woman. Boy, Jade Cargill is a grown. No, they not. But boy, she is put together like a daggone goddess. But then I just looked at those three women. I was like, who makes sense? And just Liv and Stephanie makes sense. They're gonna have a really good match because once again, Stephanie works really well with smaller wrestlers. But who's gonna fight Jade? We find out who gets closer to fighting Jade a little bit later. Before that, we had, and what I saw online was the worst segment. Or the worst.
You're talking about the match?
Yes, the match. I don't know if this is real or not, but it looked like Maxine Dupree died in that match.
So apparently she got concussed, and that is why that match went the way it went.
I have issues with that because Natty, I get it. You're a worker. You are Natty. You're the low-key legend. When she's not moving on the ground like that, don't try to, and not like, because at first I thought she was going to try to pick her up and then figure out if she's okay. But like I know they're fake punches and I know she's not really hitting her. And I don't know if she's trying to do that, but she really did look like she was dead.
Yep.
And that's scary. Like that was a scary moment because they kept going as if it was the ref should have got Maxine the hell out. I mean, not Maxine. He should have got Natty, or she should have got Natty the hell out of there. They should have sent.
Natty should have known too. Like she's that experienced that she should have known.
She was like a pile of bricks, and I mean. it just looked, if it was a work, you got me.
Yeah.
Right? But it just looked that I was uncomfortable because she looked like she was gone. And we don't like that's something WWE doesn't need. They don't even need
No.
that visual of
No,
somebody
it was
being out
really
cold,
it was bad. Like, she hit her face into the post and just dropped.
gone. And I've grown to respect Maxine for going out there. One, she is extremely easy on the eyes, but
Sure.
she gives effort. Like I'm not a wrestler. I've never been a wrestler. She goes out there and she gives effort. You can tell that she's training to get better.
Yep.
I don't think this is anybody's fault. I mean, she just took the post wrong. Or maybe it was too much, because if Nia Jax had done this, the
Yep.
comments would have been on her ass.
It
They
would have
would
been
have been,
fire.
"Oh, she was the worst. She is the worst. How she always did." Like, I get it. Like, accidents happen. This was clearly an accident. This was not. I don't think this was planned. If it was planned,
No.
once again, you got me.
Yeah.
Um, but boy, she was gone. Like, she did not move, and it
Nope.
looked really scary.
Yeah.
As a person who, like, concussions ain't no joke.
No,
Like,
I got one 2
they
weeks ago.
yeah, and man, I'm sorry
I
to hear
got
that.
punched in the head with a hockey stick 2 weeks ago. I had a little concussion. It
Well,
sucks.
little is a relative term. Like,
Eh,
it's no such thing as a little
I
concussion.
yeah,
Like that. Okay. A history. Okay, you might be right. I disagree, but okay.
but
There's a history of injuries happening in
if you
matches that
thought that
involve.
segment was bad, you followed it up with an even worse segment. And I don't normally say this. And somehow the Bleacher Report, right, where I look at my recaps, I go to the Bleacher Report. The Bleacher Report, who thinks Becky Lynch is the greatest woman wrestler of all time, and the Bleacher Report is right there. They gave this segment an A. How
For
do
what?
you give this segment an A
Oh, for Brock
for
coming
Brock
out?
Lesnar?
Okay, because there are people who still love Brock Lesnar. I'm
I
not one of those people.
I liked Brock Lesnar up until between this match and the Eliminate Me from Royal Rumble video. Like, I don't hate Brock Lesnar, but I'm not as excited to see him now. So now we get Brock Lesnar doing the open challenge for WrestleMania. This was a 5-minute waste of time. He just kept saying his name over and over and over and over, and it accomplished nothing. The crowd was dead.
Because it wasn't what it just wasn't what they thought it was gonna be. Like, they
No,
thought, I mean, Brock usually comes out, huge applause, right? He's Brock Lesnar. He's a former
sure.
UFC champion. He's a multi-time champion. He's the beast. He usually comes out, he gets a huge ovation. Um, and generally, I mean, it's been a while since Paul has spoke for Brock.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Usually comes out and just beats people up and then leaves, right?
Yeah,
Or he comes out with cowboy hat, throws a cowboy hat, hey, I'm gonna do this, and he leaves. Paul comes out there and just says, this just ain't the time anymore. Like, after Brock decimated John Cena in one of his last matches, I think the tide kind of turned with the normal fan, because it was like, what are we
yeah,
doing? Like, what are we
yeah.
doing with Brock? I didn't know anything about the, eliminate me thing. That doesn't help his case with me.
No,
And I
that's
just
that just started popping up in the last few days.
I just don't like I don't think Brock puts any extra butts in the seats than
Not
Punk,
anymore.
than Cody, than Roman. Like, I don't think, oh, we got Brock on the card. Now we're gonna actually sell out now. I don't
So
see that. Like,
you
that's
have
just not.
Brock announced for like the next 5 Raws too.
They put the schedule up there. It's like, who cares?
You know when Brock is most effective? Brock is most effective at the end of the night when you're not expecting him, when you don't pre-announce him, like the SummerSlam for Cena, right? Nobody liked it, but it was a holy shit moment. That is what Brock. Now, had Brock come out without being announced last night and done something, you may have gotten a different response. But you brought him out, and it was just now we're going to do this for the next 5 weeks. We're going to do the same thing until someone comes out to challenge him the week before WrestleMania.
So unfortunately, right before this segment, we got the Rusev and Obafemi segment. Right before this segment.
Yep.
And it destroyed me because I wanted Oba Brock. Now I know we're not gonna get Oba and Brock because they're not gonna set up a Rusev and I would hope. Because the crowd was chanting Oba. Like he was in there like, oh, who's gonna come? Who won? It makes everybody in the back look weak. But it doesn't make one guy look weak. The guy who's actually gonna fight Brock at WrestleMania doesn't make LA Knight look weak because LA Knight's in the Elimination Chamber. LA Knight has bigger fish to fry. LA Knight's going to lose the Elimination Chamber. He's going to pull the Shawn Michaels move.
Yep.
I need a WrestleMania match. I'll challenge you, Brock. And nobody's going to care about this match. Everybody's going to cheer. Everybody loves LA Knight. I'm going to go to the bathroom when this match happens because I don't care. And it's going to be a decimate. Like Brock is going to decimate LA Knight. I don't think LA Knight wins this match like everybody hopes that he does. I think this is going to be a Brock and Cena moment where Brock is just going to decimate. And then they're going to try to build it up for next year. Kind of like they did with Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, the second one. And then he might beat him next year. But by that time, nobody will care.
Nope.
Again.
I already don't care.
I could be wrong. But who else? Like, who else do we have that could face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania?
Well, he is toxic.
Oh my God. Sign me up for that match. I'd watch that. I'd rather Kit Wilson versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania than LA Knight. That's insane that I'm saying that, but I'd rather that.
Maybe it's Sami Zayn.
Oh God.
Maybe it's Sami Zayn. Maybe this is where Sami Zayn starts to climb the mountain.
Oh, so he can't beat Drew, but he can beat Brock? Are you? Wow. Okay. I'll take that.
I'm just throwing names at the dartboard right now. I don't see that as happening. Solo Brock wouldn't be bad.
I don't think so either. I mean, the whole entire MFTs would just jump in there and just jump on Brock.
Are we getting solo, or are we getting Lantern solo?
We getting Lantern solo. So he might have superpowers. So he might win with like 10 Samoan spikes. I have a dark horse to fight Brock at WrestleMania that I think would work if Brock wanted to make it work. Javon Evans.
I mean, Javon Evans has great chemistry with Gunther.
Everybody
He works with. He did almost miss Kofi with his OG cutter. But that's just because I think he's just amped up. Like that wasn't,
I think that would be an entertaining match. I think Javon Evans would, of course, ultimately lose that match. I just would hope it wouldn't be a 5-second match.
Right.
Like he did Kofi.
I was going to say, given Brock's history
with black wrestlers. Yes. Say it with black wrestlers. So funny because I remember Bobby Lashley did beat Brock Lesnar, which I thought was insane because once again, he just beat all the black champions.
Really did.
But Bobby Lashley.
That was Vince in the black. Go get him, Brock.
Yeah, go. Don't feed on nephew to bro.
Brock, go get the belt back.
I think that like styles make fights, and I think like Javon will be such a from under babyface. He would take such a beating, and then like out of nowhere hit an OG cutter, maybe 5, maybe
He
10. I don't
might
know.
he might go to lift him up for Suplex City and throw him up into the rafters. That's how light Javon Evans is. He might pick him up to F5 him and spin him out into the crowd because
Oh my
Javon is so
God.
light.
I would pay to see that match more than I would pay to see him versus LA Knight. Like I like anybody but LA Knight, and not LA Knight could fight somebody else at Mania, but I just don't. I don't think there's a chance for LA Knight at WrestleMania. Like I really don't.
I don't know
There's no world in which.
unless he has another glow in the dark Slim Jim match.
Oh gosh, yeah, I don't. And of course we were talking about Javon Evans.
Yes, sir.
He did face Kofi Kingston, which last week we spoke about that on this very here show.
Yes.
So I know you're listening, Paul. I know you're listening. Whoever else writes Raw. We got Kofi and Javon. Very fun match.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Kofi. Let's do something with Kofi. Xavier, unfortunately, is injured. Let's give Kofi some more singles matches because he can still go. He looked great in the ring yesterday.
Yep.
And he's such a charming, smug asshole heel without the mustache, with the the beard. He looks he looks the part. Like he has it all to be just a troll heel. And they just do nothing with the New Day. Let's get some more matches for Kofi, because once again he can still go. And I know it was Javon's dream to have a match with Kofi Kingston.
Oh,
like
sure.
he is an absolute legend. And the match put on, unfortunately it was on free TV, so we didn't get everything they could give us. But hopefully we see this again down the road and we get another banger. What do we have after this?
And we had your boy come out and do some talking. There's a lot of talking on this Raw. A lot of people talking.
Matt, mute me. Matt, turn the volume down give me 2 minutes. AEW right now, AEW has a unique opportunity to do something special. They have a unique opportunity right now with how bad the WWE product is, not to take over, but to come really close to what WWE is doing. They have an opportunity because the product is really stale. They're pricing the regular people out of these events.
Yep.
So they could really catch up. They could. Right now, AEW champion is MJF. MJF, much like CM Punk, only works when they're going out there and just running somebody down and just hitting them with low ball jokes. CM Punk going out there, unfortunately, Roman's not here. You pointing out on your promo doesn't help your promo, right? You say, oh, well, your boy's not even here. That don't help your promo. No. That promo was terrible. But that promo was very cookie cutter. It was very vanilla. It wasn't CM Punk like.
No.
If he's not cutting a pipe bomb or like running somebody down with like some backstage behind the curtain secrets, most of the time they don't work.
No.
And I feel the same way about MJF. He is great, but if he's not hitting you below the belt, some of his promos come off as stale, and like he only can get you when he's like edgy. Like when he's saying that when he's hitting you below the belt, when he's going after some, something personal or something that only the internet fans know, so they can say ooh in a crowd. it don't work. It just don't work for me a lot of the times.
You're covering for Roman because Roman isn't there. And okay, Roman earned this part-time gig and that's all well and good, but
For sure.
you have this monster program that you're kind of basically just you gave Finn has a good shot, and Finn's like, this is a good, he's not
0% shit. 0% chance.
He's got a good spot, as in wrestling Punk at Elimination Chamber is a good
they're gonna put on a good match. Yeah.
But he's got 0% chance of winning. And they're even like highlighting that by saying, oh, we don't want you to ruin the WrestleMania main event and blah, 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 blah. And I know that's all story stuff, but in reality, it's not just story stuff. It's like, we really need to fill this gap. So let's put what would be a phenomenal angle any other time. Let's just shoehorn it in here.
So here's my fear. After this Monday night, they should cancel this Finn and CM Punk match. Because what if Punk gets hurt in the chamber?
Well, that's just it. What if Punk gets hurt that night? Now what?
Like, bro, like, we don't, like, you're not jeopardizing the main event by Punk losing. You're jeopardizing the main event by some freak accident. Like, come on. Like, I'm a little nervous because there've been a lot of craziness that's been happening right now, and you don't need to jeopardize anything.
You're put the biggest reason you're putting this match on is because it's in Chicago and you need to have
for
something
sure,
right?
For sure,
and you need to have something for AJ, who wasn't even on Raw but was at Raw. You have what could be a fire feud going beginning, because we'll talk about Elimination Chamber in a minute, but you have her there, but you're not using her, and she's already part-time as it is.
Well, I think that's because that last segment didn't go the way they thought it was going to go. Like, I think that, I could be wrong. I think that's why they didn't do that. But I don't want it. Like, it just, this was a very ho-hum, let me come out there and say some words.
Yeah.
And that could have been a commercial break interview. Like, that did not need to be what it was. He's the champ, though. He has the right to come out there and say it, but there have been moments where Roman wasn't there and the person he was going to wrestle sold the match more when he wasn't there.
Cody did it with Cena. Cody did it with Cena on the way to SummerSlam. Cody sold a couple of those nights without Cena.
This didn't. I don't think. I honestly don't think you need to sell Roman and Punk. Like, you really don't. Like, it's a match. It is a match destined to be box office.
It's right? the Punk Finn match. The only good thing that can come out of this is Finn finally making the turn that he needs to make. And then go on and feud with Dom and have a match with Dom at Mania for the belt.
What? Random thought. What if the Demon comes out on Saturday?
I would be utterly depressed. Because you've already set the Demon to a loss, which the Demon was supposed to be one of those things that, you know, he brings this Demon out and he doesn't lose. He brought the Demon out and lost. So now you're going to... I don't want to see the Demon.
I just want to see the entrance. I'll be totally honest.
I mean,
I want to see the entrance,
but I don't want to see the Demon on Saturday. I don't think the character has gotten back to that point yet.
We'll see.
Definitely don't need the Demon if you're going to face Dom. I think he goes on to face Dom at Mania for the Intercontinental belt.
Maybe Dom might not be the Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania.
It's true. It's true.
Maybe not. We have a number one contender. We didn't get another triple
one
threat
more
match for
Yes, sir.
the Elimination Chamber. And
I'm
once
another
again,
shot.
you say these three names. You have Io Sky, Kairi Sane, Raquel Rodriguez. Who do you think is not going to win that match? Instantly, you say Raquel Rodriguez, right?
And
Because,
Kyrie Sane. I
well,
thought Io would pin Kyrie. I thought that's how that would go down.
I thought Kairi had a shot to help Asuka win the Elimination Chamber, but failed to help Asuka win the Elimination Chamber, which then led to her getting murked inside the Elimination Chamber by Asuka.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so I just thought there's stories to be told with Io in the chamber. There's stories to be told with Kyrie in the chamber, but Liv's not in the chamber. So what stories are we going to tell with Raquel? Raquel wins this match. The good thing about the chamber, once again, you do need the muscle, right? Usually that
Mhm.
would be Nia Jax in the chamber. Nia Jax will come in the chamber and just start pouncing on people, and she's the monster in the chamber. We got a monster in the chamber of Rhea, but Rhea and Raquel have history. They have insane chemistry. That's going to be a hard hitting portion of the match when those two start going at it. I'm really excited for the women's chamber. I think I'm more excited for the women's chamber than I am for the men's. I think that they have a really stacked, I mean, both crews are stacked, but I think the women could tell a better story
Yep.
inside the they, you know what? I would say they should do that, but I remember they did that with Shayna Baszler once, and that didn't work out for her. Because
No.
I remember Shayna just annihilated everybody inside the chamber one year, and then we just did nothing with her.
Nope.
Shayna, god damn it, what a missed opportunity. Shayna Baszler was so
There's so
good.
many missed opportunities that they have. But
She was so good.
the AJ tribute was top notch. One thing WWE will always does well is video packages and tributes.
I mean, they
And
had
this AJ
Creed
Styles
on.
tribute was so good. Even with the rumors that that the reason why they had Undertaker come out and do what he did was to keep him from going to AEW sooner.
You know, I don't think
I
that
don't buy that.
I don't think that to be true because you
No.
going to the Hall of Fame has nothing to do with your contract.
No, but it puts
Right.
him on I think they put him on a Legends deal. I don't know. But even whatever. The Undertaker moment was a great button at the end of that. Because I honestly thought Undertaker was coming out for one more match. Like they were going to give you one more of them cinematic Johns.
That would have
first.
ruined
Yes.
the Monday Night Raw for me. That would have
Oh,
made
yeah,
this
yeah.
the worst Monday Night Raw of all times. If
100%.
they would have done that.
Undertaker's got to train and save himself for the Saudi match that he's going to get paid $1 billion for.
I mean, we might get AJ and Undertaker in Saudi. Who knows?
But I thought they did a great job, aside from the fact that Gunther didn't come back out and choke him out.
I mean, I'm glad he didn't after that. You know, AJ Styles in one of my wrestling groups, they, you know, where do you put AJ Styles? Top 5, top 10. I have AJ Styles in my top 5 wrestlers of all time. My list is a little different. I'm not really looking at characters. I'm not, you know, so Hulk Hogan, I mean, Ric Flair, although he is technically one of the greatest, I don't put him in my top 5 greatest wrestlers of all time because I've just seen so like many better Shawn Michaels, right? Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and like number 5, I want to say his name,
Jeff Hardy,
but I'm always scared. No, hell no. Chris Benoit, right?
Yeah,
One of
I
the
mean, look,
great, like I would. It's like I think of like technical wrestlers who can do everything. They could do comedy. They could do no, not
the
to
T.
me.
Not the
No,
T. Ever.
not wrestling wise. No, not
Well, not even wrestling wise.
yeah,
Wrestling wise, no.
not even close. Like they're just two different leagues. Like
Right.
they're in two different leagues. Jericho, great wrestler. I feel like Jericho's a better character than AJ Styles. Like he's a better storyteller. Like he can reinvent himself in so many different ways. But like bell to bell, AJ is just he's different. He
Yeah.
like he's just built different. Kurt Angle to me is the greatest wrestler. He's the greatest, most complete wrestler I've ever seen in my life.
I would have
Like
to actually sit and think of that because I wasn't exposed to like the Japanese wrestlers as much. And I mean, I
greatest segment. That might be the greatest segment of all time. The man of 1,004 holes. Yes. Armbar. Great
um,
segment.
so the rumor is that John Cena is going to induct AJ Styles into the Hall of Fame. That's the big rumor.
Cena.
Yeah. That AJ wanted, I'm pretty sure it's AJ wants Cena to induct him. I mean, okay.
I mean, yeah, WWE. I guess, yeah, WWE guy.
It'll be at least a half an hour induction with just
Man,
Cena talking.
I wish Joe could do it.
Yeah.
Like those two, those like they're forever dance partners. You got Edge and Cena and Orton. Samoa Joe and AJ Styles are like forever partners. They could if AJ decided to go to AEW, him and Samoa Joe would have one of the greatest matches AEW's ever had. Like if those two just went right now.
Do you think John Cena's not inducted this year, right?
Not yet. I don't think he's gonna go this year.
No. I definitely don't think he's going to go this year now. But
this year.
Do you think that they're waiting to coincide with Edge being able to be on stage and talking about Cena? So for Edge's last match is coming up this year. Edge is done. He said he's wrestling his last match at his home in Toronto.
Until Saudi. Okay.
Do you think that they would bring Edge over just to be there? I know there's some AEW stars pop up at WWE Hall of Fame, and because you see Buddy there for Rhea.
Yeah, the boy. Yeah, the boys.
But to be there in an official capacity to be able to, because they don't have them talk because they're from another promotion. But do you think maybe they're going to wait for that to clear?
I don't think that's why they would wait for
I think
John
they want
Cena.
him to be like the centerpiece of the Hall of Fame when they do it.
Yeah.
And Saudi makes sense.
Yes. It makes more sense for him and Saudi than AJ and Saudi.
Yes.
No shade, but like
no.
It's just John Cena's John Cena. They probably paid to hold him off until next year.
It wouldn't shock me.
They probably did. I could see Abyss inducting him, but like, I mean, I don't know their relationships, right? I mean, apparently him and Xavier Woods have a really good relationship. It could be Xavier Woods, but Xavier Woods is not that big enough name, right? I think it should be somebody personal to you. I've seen them do other people where it's like, I mean, you're just doing this for, just for viewership, but it should, like, it's a personal thing. And I mean, I'm not a wrestler. I'm not, on the board. So I'm pretty sure the board is like, nah, he ain't gonna duck you. Like that guy's gonna induct you. I think Randy is going to induct John Cena. I don't think
great.
Even if Edge was available, I think it would be Randy more than it would be Edge.
Well,
or
so speaking of Randy, the Elimination Chamber is this weekend.
It is. It is. And that's what they call a segue into business. That was a smooth one.
We got a couple of matches. We got 4.
Probably going to get an impromptu one.
Probably.
Kit Wilson versus Oba.
I'm in.
In the chamber.
I'm in.
Yes.
Lower the chamber down, and they're just having a regular match in the chamber. That's it. Yes. That's fine. Do it.
Yes.
Do it. So the women's intercontinental match. Becky, the greatest intercontinental champion, greatest female wrestler of all time, and we're not the only ones saying it.
Definitely not the only one saying it. Sports Illustrated says it. Bleacher Report says it. Everybody says it.
And she's the winner of 16 Bexy Awards. So obviously,
Most
she's been
prestigious awards
recognized
in the business. Yes, recognized by her peers.
by her peers.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. And that's where you cut the clip because that's the only good part of this conversation. I think AJ wins in Chicago. And then they run it back at Mania. And
correct. That's the yep. There's no way you waste this match. Elimination Chamber, not a B show, but it ain't the show. Right. No. This is a WrestleMania match. This is a match that everybody clamors for. This is not going to be a good match, ladies and gentlemen. This is not going to be. I don't think this is going to be. Becky's going to tap to the Black Widow, which is one of the worst finishing moves in all of wrestlers. I hate it.
Do you think this is going to be better than Becky versus Maxine?
Yes, because the crowd is going to be into it. Like the crowd's going to make this match. The crowd is going to make this match better than it has any right to be because the crowd's going to be super hot. This match might go on. No, this match won't go on first. One of the chambers are going first.
You know what's funny?
Yes.
She ain't even from Chicago. She's from New Jersey. And
it's her hometown. Stop it. Stop it. They've said that it's her hometown, so it has to be her hometown. She's definitely, I knew she wasn't from Chicago. Just because her husband's from Chicago. She lives in Chicago.
She does live in Chicago.
I reside in Chicago because my husband's here. My husband's a Blackhawks fan. My husband's a Chicago Bears fan. Who cares? He's a Cubs fan. Who cares?
Who?
Yeah, he's a Cubs fan. He's not a Sox fan. He definitely don't. I don't think he cheers for the Sox. He's a Cubs fan. I think I've seen him with a Cubs jersey on every once or twice.
Okay, so we both think AJ is going to win.
Yeah, AJ is going to win.
You guys,
this is how you get us to
as we go.
The guys in the chat, they know that Becky should win, but they'll probably
Becky should win. Becky shouldn't lose again until she retires.
Ever.
She shouldn't even lose a retirement match.
You know, Fast Count Car is probably going to be the ref.
Probably.
Speaking of the refs, there is a new ref got called up to the main roster. Bless her. I can't think of her name. I think something D'Erico.
I didn't know her name, but I know that there was a new ref because I saw her and was like, oh wow.
Bless her spirit. But yeah, AJ is gonna win.
Yeah.
And it'll be Fast Count Car's fault. I'm gonna just blame her now.
The other singles match, World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk, whose hometown is Chicago, versus Finn Balor.
Balor wins.
Dude, here's what I think.
Clean.
Here is how we get to Dominic versus Finn. Because the Judgment Day, Finn is going to have this match won. This is going to be, he's going to be one move away from this being Finn's match.
He might even hit the coup de grace.
He might. Dominic is either going to intentionally hit Finn to cause him to lose the match, or try to help and cause him to lose the match. But Dominic is definitely getting involved in this, and that's how we're going to get Finn and Dom. If they do it right, this could be great.
The question is, are they going to do it right? What if Dom causes the top rope to break again?
Finn gives him a buckle bomb and separates his shoulder. CM Punk gives him a buckle bomb and separates his shoulder.
Oh my God! Like I joke.
Or vice versa.
Finn gives him about the injury. God, I pray. I really do pray that nobody gets injured in this match. Like we've seen too many freak accidents, and it's a healthy fear of mine because that is one way to blow. Like this is a rocky road to WrestleMania. This is a bumpy ride.
It is.
And we can't take any more risk.
I'm going to go to the elimination. I'm going to go outside the box for the women's elimination chamber match. We have Miss Bliss Asuka,
Yes.
Kiana James, Raquel Rodriguez, Rhea Ripley, and Tiffany Stratton. So I don't want to see Tiffany Stratton win.
She's going to win.
Rhea Ripley doesn't need to win because she's the tag champion unless they lose the belts this week. Is it this week they're fighting?
They are on Friday. No,
okay.
Is it this Friday?
I think it is Friday. If Rhea loses the tag team belt this weekend, she wins the chamber. I'll put that out there, but that's not my pick to win the chamber. My pick to win the chamber, Alexa Bliss. Does it make sense? No. But you got to get to Raquel versus Liv at Mania. No, I'm sorry. You got to get to Raquel versus Liv after Mania because Liv's going to beat Stephanie Vaquer. Kiana James is definitely not winning the chamber, unfortunately. Asuka's also not winning the chamber. Kairi's going to try to help Asuka. And then you're going to get your Asuka-Kairi fight.
Love it.
So it's Alexa. That's my pick.
Well, I'm just going to tell you one reason why you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's Tiffy time.
I hope it's
Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton has not gotten a rematch against Jade. I don't want to see her rematch against Jade, but she's on SmackDown. She is a big star.
I know.
Like I personally like Tiffany Stratton. I think she's a phenomenal young wrestler. Once again, just like they haven't done Jade any favors, they didn't do Tiffany any favors during her title reign. They did not have a good match when she lost. Like I don't think they didn't have like just a banger of a match when she lost the title. I do think they run it back at WrestleMania. I don't think the crowd's going to be into it though. That's the thing. I don't see like Bliss. Yeah. I mean, the crowd loves Bliss. Like they love
her. It sets up Alexa beating Jade and Charlotte and Alexa fighting.
How does Alexa beat Jade? Like
wrestling magic.
Like yes, it has to be. It has to be. Like, dude, like you just look at those two. It's like, come on, what are we doing?
I know.
Like,
I mean,
Jade,
come on. How does Alexa beat Nia Jax in real life?
I mean, because Alexa's a better wrestler than Nia Jax.
Okay, that's fair. That was a bad choice.
Alexa's a better wrestler than Jade too, but this is man. I mean, I could see it going. I could see any of these women other than Kiana James winning Elimination Chamber. Like I could see any of them other than her.
If Rhea and Io lose the tag team belts, Rhea's winning the chamber. That's there's just no. Man. It's just as they say, Rhea Hogan is winning the chamber. Raquel's not going to win because Raquel needs to be on Raw against Liv, and that's the only reason Raquel's not winning this fight.
But I don't think so, though. Like you think about this because we're not going to get them in Mania. Do we care about them in Backlash? No. Like if we push
the moon for Raquel versus Jade, I would love it. I am a big Rhea Ripley fan. I don't want to see Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. I really don't.
I do. I think that'll be a better match than Raquel versus Jade. I think Rhea. I think it'll be more entertaining. I think Raquel versus Jade would be hard hitting. It should be a brawl. I think those two should have a very brawl, like all over the arena.
I prefer that than seeing Tiffany again. It's Tiffy time. All right, shut up.
Man,
stop it.
Matt, where you at, Matt? You a Tiffy person? Like Matt, every time I say something bad about CM Punk, Matt's at me in the chat. But he not defending his girl Tiffany. Like he's a Tiffany. I know you're a Tiffany Stratton fan.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to be defending your girl. Where you at, Matt?
Yeah.
But I do see. I think Tiffany makes the most sense out of this field.
There he is.
There we go.
I'm
There
bringing
we
a
go.
kendo stick Saturday, Matt. I'll show you what time it is.
but I mean, this is. I do think Tiffany. It makes sense. I just hope this match is better than their previous match, and I think it could be. Like
Yeah.
I do think Jade has improved. Because the match with Jordan was pretty good. Like
It
and
was better than what a day had been, and I know they've been waiting. I know they've been stop doing homework during the podcast. I know they've been
man,
waiting.
I got homework to do too.
I know they're trying to wait out the Bianca thing, and it looks like the rehab's going well. They were showing. I don't need to see the cut anymore. I don't need to see pictures of the just stop with that's ow yuck. But all right, men's chamber. I'm again going to go outside the box on this. We have Cody versus Javon, Jey Uso, LA Knight, Randy Orton, Trick Williams.
Damn, this is a tough.
I'm going to tell you now.
Tough.
I think Randy wins, Matt. Yes, I think Randy wins. I want to see an OG cutter into an RKO. I want to see Trick Williams dominate.
Man,
I want to see Randy and Trick come down to the last two. You give me. It's not going to happen.
Trick. Yeah, it's not going to be Trick. It won't be Trick.
Maybe Cody Randy as the last two would be even more impressive. Trick needs to eliminate LA Knight. I think that's a big stamp for him.
Trick's going to eliminate Jey Uso.
That's okay
for sure.
Okay,
yeah, like he's going to take out Jey Uso. Javon might get LA Knight. No, LA Knight will be the top. LA Knight might be final too. Because they love to bring LA Knight to the very, very end. And Randy hits him with an RKO 1, 2, 3.
You know, Triple H is like, all right, LA, it's gonna be you and Randy. And LA's like, oh yeah. And Randy's gonna RKO you.
Yeah, Randy's going over. Yeah.
I'll just collect that paycheck. I'll just collect that paycheck.
I mean, like we always say it, like that's the worst thing in the world. Like when you're the world champion, you gotta go do all these shows and stuff. Like maybe you don't got time for all that.
Yeah.
Maybe you just don't want to do that. I don't know. But I'll be surprised if he wins, but I think he's gonna lose to set up his match with Brock Lesnar.
LA?
LA Knight.
Yeah, LA's not winning.
LA Knight will lose. He'll set up his match. That'll then invoke him to go challenge the Beast because he has no match for Mania. So yeah, Randy's a
Trick, Randy, Cody is your final three.
I think Trick might take out Cody.
That would be that would be a statement for Trick Williams if they let him
seismic.
Huge. Because if I don't want Cody to win again. I want Randy to win. Because you know what? Randy can win and Cody can still worm his way into the match. And so could Jacob. You could end up making that a fatal four-way at WrestleMania. Like you really can get there.
I think that's the best. I think that is the best way to go.
Cody losing the chamber doesn't hurt Cody because he'll get into the match next week.
I think you might be on to something. I think the fatal four-way
let me text Road Dogg real quick and let him know what's up.
No, you don't need it. You don't need to. He's watching. he already took. He's taking what he said. What? Oh yeah, that's way better than I had on my page.
What happened to your beard?
Erased.
Where did Gandalf go?
He just erased everything he had and put that down.
Shit. I used permanent marker again. Damn it.
Yeah. I mean, I think anybody like I don't. This is sad because Drew is the undisputed champion.
Yep.
And I'll be totally honest, I could care less who he faces at Mania because I don't think he's losing at Mania.
I mean, he could come out of Mania with the belt and then lose it at Backlash or lose it at the Monday Night Raw after Mania just to boost the Netflix ratings.
It's gonna be Cody. Like who we kidding? Who we kidding? It's gonna be
Man.
Cody. It's gonna be Cody. Cody versus Drew at WrestleMania. Fired up Cody, a fiery Cody
Oh man.
who loses at WrestleMania. So he cannot finish his story twice. You can't finish your story twice. And Drew has his WrestleMania moment, right? Who deserves it more than Drew? Right? Who deserves that moment more than Drew McIntyre? Nobody. Nobody deserves it more than Drew. But I think that's gonna wrap up this week. We've gone an hour and 50 minutes. We've talked so much wrestling. Next week, I will. Next week is a big week. Next week is going to be the pre-order release of WWE 2K26. I am going to give my final sell
Looking forward to that.
of WWE 2K26. And
Tell
I'm
you
gonna
what.
prepare myself because on the Island of Relevancy YouTube channel, I'm gonna stream WWE 2K23 26 at least 2 times a week, at least
All
twice a
right.
week. It might coincide with Raw or SmackDown. I
All
might
right.
do it then. I don't know. But I gotta put together a schedule
Okay.
and get that going and make sure everything works. Because every time I think everything works, when it's time to do something,
Yep.
technical difficulties because I'm old
Don't
and
do
I'm
it on
not
a Thursday.
as cool. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Don't do it on a Thursday.
Tell you what,
Um,
in lieu of a list next week, you're gonna do your 2K thing. So
yes,
no list next week. You do your 2K things and instead of taking up list time.
for sure. And we will talk about the Elimination Chamber next week because we will know at
Yes.
least 2 more matches for WrestleMania after the Elimination Chamber. Probably know a few more than that because Monday Night Raw after the Elimination Chamber is probably gonna really the new. What about the AEW segment?
Yeah, it's coming
We
then.
yeah, you hold your breath on that. No, I'm kidding.
Mhm.
If we didn't do it on Wednesday, because right now, as we speak, AEW Dynamite's going on.
So are
Maybe
the
I could
Flyers.
go and watch it. Oh, nobody cares about that.
Scrubs
Nobody
is back.
cares. Ooh, definitely don't care about that either. But
Who
Paradise is back. I did watch
dude,
Paradise, and I'm
dude.
excited.
That
I'm excited
I can't wait to talk about that episode 3 on Monday night with the geek spot.
for sure. I will be there because I just watched it last night, and I'm excited.
Awesome. So did Jack.
But that will end this week's episode. Thank you so much, Kenny. Thank you so much, Matt, for always showing up and showing support and just engaging the conversation, loving on CM Punk while I hate on CM Punk, loving Tiffany Stratton, and loving who you love, right? Because wrestling, the cool thing about wrestling is we could all
Yes.
love who we love in wrestling, but still enjoy the sport of wrestling, enjoy the art of wrestling, and have a great time talking about it. Thank you so much, Frank.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all next week. After the man, I hope this is good. I pray the WWE needs a win, man, because it's
It ain't gonna.
not looking good right now.
No.
It's not looking good. Get well, Bronson Reed. Get well, Chelsea Green. Get well, Maxine. I hope that was a work.
Yeah.